The Valkyrie is a female figure from Norse mythology tasked with selecting those who may die a glorious death in battle. If you haven't noticed, the more worldly version of this goddess has the exact same job. For Honor currently features 12 playable characters and 4 character classes. Today we're going to talk about the Valkyrie, a hybrid class. A powerful aggressor with an expansive list of defensive options, the Valkyrie combines aspects of assassin classes and heavies. Overzealous opponents are easily punished with elegant mobility and powerful stamina-draining shield attacks. Meanwhile, enemies that like to hide behind a shield of their own will find themselves lying on their backs for trying to turtle their way to victory. The Valkyrie has 3 basic attack chains that lay the foundation for the rest of her expansive moveset. In general, attack chains are difficult to complete, but the Valkyrie has exceptionally fast light attacks that may catch an opponent off guard. The Valkyrie's dashing attacks can be used as chain starters, and finally, finishing an attack with a side light attack will stun the target if it connects. The Valkyrie can make use of both her spear and her shield for offense. After a missed, blocked, or successful heavy attack, you can follow up with a shield crush for stamina damage and a small knockback. Unlike other charging attacks, this does not splat enemies against walls. The heavy attack used to activate Shield Crush can be cancelled by pressing your guard break button early. Shield Crush can also be used following a successful deflect and shoulder pin for an explosive chain of actions. What you do after that is up to you. The most powerful move in the Valkyrie's kit is Spear Sweep. It can be used following a headbutt or a guard break throw to the side, a Shield Crush, or as a chain finisher. Spear Sweep knocks your opponent on their back, and from that position you can do whatever you want to them. Although this move is powerful, if you're too predictable with the activation of Spear Sweep, it will get dodged and your opponent will punish you. Those are the Valkyrie's offensive options. Now let's talk about her defense. Shield Tackle is a charging attack that, on activation, toggles a full block stance, similar to what you see on the Warlord and Conqueror. This can be used as a purely defensive option or as part of a counterattack. I mentioned deflecting and shoulder pin earlier. Like assassin classes, when the Valkyrie dashes, her guard matches the direction of her dash and will deflect incoming attacks. Deflecting attacks will grant you access to a bleed-inducing counterattack called shoulder pin. Finally, the Valkyrie's light attacks have a superior block property attached to them. This means if you send out a light attack at the right time, you'll block an incoming attack and counter with a light attack. Alright, now let's talk about how to use this stuff in a fight. The Valkyrie Spear Sweep combo is incredibly potent, but it's also predictable. Most players who've been poked to death while lying on their backs like an infant in need of changing have figured out all you need to do to avoid Spear Sweep is step to the left, right, or back. That's where your long list of abilities starts to shine. A fully charged Shield Tackle will knock down opponents and open them up for a flurry of attacks just like Spear Sweep. The difference being, Shield Tackle is a defensive maneuver that leads into offense. Spear Sweep is always initiated on offense. There are a lot of ways to initiate Spear Sweep, so simply doing something different where there would normally be a sweep will catch people off guard. A successfully parried attack provides you with a tremendous benefit on any character. It drains stamina from your opponent and opens them up for a guard break if you're positioned correctly. But parries aren't the only advanced defense moves you can use. You can argue that if you can get a parry, just get a parry, but the different forms of defense available for the Valkyrie each apply a different type of mental pressure when successfully initiated. Deflects lets you apply a powerful bleed followed by a shield crush. It's an abrupt interruption followed by shit, now I'm taking damage over time. Your superior block light attacks are admittedly difficult to land, but are a swift counterattack that throws people off. Finally, a dodge attack is commonplace, but when used at the right time can set your opponent up for more punishment. Keeping people always guessing will always be a powerful tool, and as the Valkyrie, you can keep people guessing about how you're attacking and how you're choosing to defend. Although you have a long list of abilities to choose from at any given moment, you shouldn't bog yourself down with too many choices. There are a core set of moves that work well for the Valkyrie, and those should be your bread and butter. When they stop working, you can break out the cold cuts and make a full sandwich. Spear Sweep and Shield Crush are the fundamentals of the Valkyrie. Using them consistently throughout a fight will deal heavy stamina damage to your opponents and create opportunities for follow-up attacks. A successful Spear Sweep will grant you the most guaranteed damage, but Shield Crush is the real Pandora's box. After a successful or a failed Shield Crush, you can follow up with a light attack, heavy attack, zone attack, guard break, or just wait to see what your opponent does. In this fight, I was going up against a Conqueror who was trying to teach me what a real Shield Bash is supposed to look like. And for the most part he was succeeding. But if you take a closer look, you'll notice he likes to dodge to get out of the way of an inevitable Spear Sweep. But what he doesn't realize is I'm not interested in using Spear Sweep to finish him off. A successful parry followed by a guard break, Shield Crush, and then a couple of light attacks will finish him off very quickly. In 4 vs 4 content, the Valkyrie can be built for area control or swift assassinations. Bear Trap and Fire Flask will help you keep objectives locked down in Dominion, and Rush will help you rush to the aid of your teammates. Other feats like Deadly and Bloodlust will turn you into more of an assassin. Before we close out, we're going to talk about class matchups for the Valkyrie. Because she has such a diverse roster of moves, you can deal with most enemies with relative ease. With that said, Warlord and Conqueror can shut down your lightning-fast chain of attacks with a single superior block. The Warden and Lawbringer can also be problematic if they know how to use their powerful counterattacks well. Crush and Counter from the Warden will leave you in ruins if you attack them from the top too often. Though I'll be damned if I ever run into a Warden that attempts to use Crush and Counter for more than just a cheeky attack. For the Lawbringer, when he successfully parries one of your light attacks, there's a very good chance he'll follow that up with an unavoidable top heavy attack that will deal massive damage to your health, stamina, and leave you stunned. In my experience, assassin characters are the easiest opponents for the Valkyrie to fight, since the Valkyrie shares characteristics with assassins while having the added benefit of a stationary guard and stamina draining shield attacks. She can do what they do and more. Overall, the Valkyrie is a powerful warrior with a flexible kit. She can go toe-to-toe with a heavy or step down to the underworld with the assassins. With that said, the Valkyrie is a difficult character to master, but in the right hands, she'll seem unstoppable. So there you go, this has been an overview of the Valkyrie. Just like I said last time, the characters in For Honor are very interesting, and there are so many different intricacies to each one of them. If there's something that I missed that you think is fundamental to the character, let me know in the comments. As always, the name of the game is For Honor, the name of the channel is iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.